Thanks. This is going to be another video interview. This is Megan from Running Toward the Prize. That's your Twitter name, correct? Or
yes. No? Well, Twitter is Running to Prize, but my blog's Running Toward the Prize, yeah.
Yes. We're going to get started in the questions. So the first question is going to be, when did you start running and then why?
I started running, like I said, last January, but I guess I kind of started running before that. Mm-hmm. My husband and I went to Walt Disney World for our honeymoon, and we went right after the marathon weekend, and I saw all these people wearing these medals, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And come to find out, they had just run 26.2 miles, which of course I thought was absolute insanity. And yet there's this little piece of me that's like, that'd be kind of interesting. So I attempted to run that summer, and after 3 miles, I'm like, nope, I'm done. I can't do this. I'm just not made to run. And then last year, I was pretty stressful at my job, pretty stressed out. And so everyone said, oh, run for stress relief, run for stress relief. And so I did, and started by signing up for a 10K, which I thought was totally unattainable. I remember looking at my husband going, I'm never going to make it. And from there, it's history. I mean, I fell in love with it and have had a blast ever since.
But so what do you enjoy most about running?
I love that I can do it anywhere. That no matter where we're at, I just take my shoes and go. I also love that it's just time for me. I can go out, enjoy the scenery. I live in Michigan. We have a lot of scenery. And it's just my time to just be out there, and I don't have to, sometimes I work on speed, sometimes I work on my mileage, but either way, I'm just out there having fun.
Awesome. And then what are some of the questions, obviously you're still new, but I'm not about that new, so what are some of the questions you're asked most about running?
I actually have a lot of readers who are new runners, and so they do ask me a lot of questions. Besides people asking me the obvious, why do you run? Because a lot of people don't get it, and I was one of those people, so I understand. But a lot of people ask, oh, my knee hurts, what should I do? Or how do I start? Or, just those basic beginning runner questions that we all have. A lot of people want to know, what shoes should I get? Is there a certain surface I should run on? And things like that. And for the most part, they're pretty easy to answer, which is nice. But like I said, a lot of beginning running questions.
Okay. Next one I say is usually the toughie. If you had to choose one or the other to run on for the rest of your life, would you run on the trail or the road?
Right now I'll say the road because it's basically the only thing I've run on. But my last half marathon, I'm chugging along thinking this is my race. I'm going to do awesome. I'm going to get my PR. And at mile 4, we turned into the woods, and I'm just like, what is going on? And so we ran 2 miles in the trail, which surprisingly, my legs held up pretty well. So I was pretty excited about that, except for the fact that it totally threw me by surprise, and I was not expecting it. Now that I'm prepared, I think it'd be a lot better. But I came back and told my husband, besides the fact that I, tripped on a tree rut, I really want to do more of this. I think it's because it was easier on my joints. You're running in sand, you're running in dirt, and it really was fun.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about, the minimal and barefoot running movement?
At first, I thought it was complete craziness. I'm like, why on earth would people run out barefoot? But the more I thought about it, when I was a kid, we ran on the gravel, barefoot all the time. We never had shoes on. So it makes sense. It makes complete sense. And after reading that book, it really tuned me into it. That's basically how we were before. We didn't have shoes. And to think that, they put the cushion in and then your foot can't feel what it needs to, I'm leaning that way. We'll see, but it makes sense to me.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing, because I went from Nike Triax, which are Nike's only structured shoe, to now running in pretty much whatever I feel like running in, which is right now running New Balance Minimalist still a lot, and I'm trying to set a record and get them to 1,000 miles before I switch out shoes.
Nice.
So we'll see if my minimal shoe prediction works. So the next question goes, what shoes do you run in, and which ones are your favorite if you have more than one?
I do have quite a collection. I got fitted for ASIC Nimbus, and so that's what I've run in the most. But I just read Born to Run, And so I now am thinking more minimalist, and so I got a pair of Asics Fuji racers, and I'm trying to break those in, and I really, really like them so far. I do have some Saucony Converas too, so got to try those out also.
Next question is if you had to pick one sponsor for yourself, who would it be and why, of course?
Oh, that's a hard one. You know, I love Nike. I own so much of their clothing, not necessarily their shoes, but a lot of their clothing. Recently, I've been getting into Under Armour clothing a lot too. But in all honesty, if I was going to pick any sponsor in the world, it'd be Disney. Because let's be honest, I mean, I'm a Disney travel agent, and I love their races. And if they could like fly me everywhere, that'd be awesome. So, you know, blue skies, that'd be great. But otherwise, you know, any of the big companies would be fantastic.
Well, thank you very much, Megan, for coming on. Again, you guys can follow her at Running to Prize.
That's my Twitter, yep.
Okay, and then blog is?
Running Toward the Prize.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks again, Megan, for coming on. And I hope the rest of you guys get to see interviews in the coming weeks. So thanks for watching.
Thank you.